All right, in this video, we're going to create a basic web page, a very basic web page with just a few elements on it. Basically, I just want you to see how to create one in a text editor from scratch. This text editor is called BB Edit. It's a Mac program. You might use it if you are using a Mac. You also could use Notepad++ if you're on a PC. What I'm going to show you in this video would work on either of them, basically the same. In HTML, we have tags, and the first tag we're going to put up here is our doc type. So I'm going to put less than, exclamation point, doc type, and then space HTML. And that is going to tell us that this is an HTML document. Now, we have to, in most cases, use pairs of elements. That element we just did is a single element, a single tag, but most are pairs. And there will be some other single ones, but again, today we're going to mostly deal with paired tags. The root element, the element that is that has everything else inside of it, is HTML. So we're going to put less than HTML greater than. That's how we do an opening tag. I'm going to skip a few lines, and I'm going to put less than /HTML, close brackets, or greater than sign, which I'll just call brackets from this point on. So basically what that does is it tells the browser that's the end of the HTML. So the browser reads these tags, starting HTML code, now we're ending HTML code. Inside this HTML element, or between the elements, the start and stop element, there are two main sections. One section is called the head, and one section is called the body. The body is what you see on the page. The head contains other things, most of which you don't see. However, the one thing we will put in the head today that you do see is the title element. And so we're going to put a title, which would show up on the tab of the particular tab that this website is displaying in. So I'm going to add in the head. It goes first, like that. And then I'm going to skip a couple lines and put /head. Then I'm going to open the body, which is again where we'll put all the bulk of the material that everybody will see, the items everybody will see. And I'll close the body. And in fact, I'm going to bring the HTML back up because we won't have anything after the close body tag except for the close HTML tag. So there we have the two sections now inside of our HTML page. So the next thing is, let's put something in both of those sections. So in the head section, we will just use the title tag today. That's the only one we'll use today. Less than title, or brackets title, round title. And then we would close title. But in between those two tags, the open tag and the close tag, is where we'd actually put our title. Now, I haven't told you the topic of this website. Hopefully you're not too hungry already. This is going to be called Richard's Chocolates, or Richard's Chocolate. And this is going to be a candy store page. And again, it will be very basic today, but we may add on to it in the future and have more things later. But for the title, I'm just going to put Richard's Chocolate. Again, that's going to show up in the actual tab for this web page. In the body, I'm just going to put a simple paragraph to start with. So brackets P, and then I'm going to put welcome to Richard's Chocolate, close paragraph. Okay, and that's it for right this moment. I want to talk about something else now, though, and that is, you see how everything kind of just goes together. It's hard to see a hierarchy here. So we indent our code. So the HTML is the outer element. We leave it in the doc type all the way over. Then we're going to just add a couple spaces for head. And in fact, we'll do this for all of them, every line. Just like that. Now, title's the only thing in head, so let's take this line out. And then let's further indent title another 2 spaces. So do you see now how we have kind of a hierarchy? We have HTML, head is inside of HTML, and title's inside of head. Now, as far as the body goes, same story. Oops, I forgot to move this one over. Down there at the bottom. Paragraphs inside body, so we should move it over too also. And now we have a much better structured HTML page. It looks so much more pleasing to the eye. It's easier to read this way. So I'm going to add a few more things into the body section to make the page a little more interesting. Still not going to have a lot of stuff, but it'll have a decent amount here. We'll put some stuff in. So I'm going to introduce you to a new tag called a table. So this is just what it sounds like. We're making a table of data, something like you'd see in Excel. And we're going to indent for it because the rows and columns will be inside of it. So we indent. The rows hold the column cells. So we actually have now pairs of rows. So what I'm going to do in this table is I'm going to keep track of discount prices we'll sell the chocolate by the box. The more boxes you buy, the less the price per box is. Give you a little price break if you're buying in bulk. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a table that is 4 rows tall. The first row will be a header row that'll say like the number of boxes, and then the milk chocolate type and the dark chocolate type. Then the next row would be 1 box, and then what the price would be for the milk chocolate box and what the price would be for the dark chocolate box. The next row would be if you got 2 boxes, what would the price per box be for the milk chocolate, and what would the price be for the dark chocolate? And then that 4th row, the last or the 3rd data row, but the 4th row overall, would be if they bought 3 or more boxes of the chocolate. What would the price be for each type in that case? So let's go ahead and start building this. And sometimes it's best to lay, especially when you're starting out, to lay the layout out before you actually start putting in the data. So I'm going to do that a little bit here. I'm going to put TR, that stands for table row, skip a line, /TR. Another TR, /TR. So that takes care of my header row and my first row. So I need 2 more. TR, /TR. TR, /TR. Okay, so there are all the rows. Now inside of each of these rows, we need our data for the table. This is abbreviated TD for table data, or TH for table header. So you have a table header cell that's bold compared to a table data cell that has regular text. So in our first row, since we do want it to be a header, we're going to use the TH tag. So in between the 2 TR tags, I'm going to move over 2 more, and I'm going to put TH, oops, not TR, TH, and I'm going to put number of boxes, and then close the table header. That's my first cell now in that row. Now I want 2 more. TH, milk, chocolate, per box, so that we know it's a price per box. And then my last one for the row is the dark chocolate. Let's add a little bit to it. with nuts. Okay, so that make it a little bit more varied per box. Okay, so now we have a table that has one row. The next row's table data will be for if they have one box, the next row will be for 2 boxes, and then 3 or more boxes. So what I can do is I can go right here, and I can do TD for table data, and I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to close the TD, and I'm going to just make a little template here. Now there I have my template. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to copy, Control C or Apple C, and then in this next row, I'm going to paste. I'll fix that indent in a second. This row I'm going to paste. This row I'll go ahead and put my 2 spaces and paste so that I don't have to worry about it. Go back and add these 2 spaces in. So now I've got all the cells there, they're just empty. So now I can easily add to them. And actually, did I do an extra row? I did an extra row, what do you know? Let's take this one out. Whole extra row. Okay, so this would be, would fall under number of boxes, so I'll put 1. This one would fall under number of boxes 2 in this next row, so I'll put 2. And then this one, same thing, I'll put 3 or more. Now I just have to put prices for the milk chocolate and the dark chocolate. Let's do the milk chocolate first. So let's say it's $9.99. And then if you buy 2 boxes, let's see it, say it's $9.50. You save 50 cents a box. And then let's say if you buy 3 or more boxes, we're going to give it to you for $8.99. Dark chocolate with nuts, that's going to be a little more expensive because of the nuts, and dark chocolate is typically a little more expensive anyway. So let's start it at $10.99. And then let's come down here to this one, and we'll say this is $9.99, or yeah, we'll give them a big discount. Oops, I'm inside there. Oh, what happened? Okay, $9.99. And then let's do this one here, and we'll say that is $9.50. So now we have a decent discount each time. And now we'll go ahead and we'll take out these extra spaces right here that we don't need. And I think I'll add one more paragraph. Check out our great deals. The more boxes of chocolate bars you buy, the more you will save. And then in the paragraph. So there we have it, our first page that actually has quite a bit of stuff on it. Now, the table is not going to be that well formed because there's additional styles that we need to apply to it, and spacing, etc., and borders. But for right now, this is where we want to be. So I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.